Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and we are doing Country Craft Creations New Year's Eve free crop. So make sure that if you have not been following along, that you go back and check all of the other designers. I will have them all listed in my description box below. So definitely check those out. If you are following along, then there will be, I think I'm second to last. So I think Tamra is after me, I think, for her live tutorial. So just make sure you do check out everyone's channels. Please give them a thumbs up, and comment if you can, subscribe, all of the good things to help all the designers continue to grow their channel and provide you guys with free content to make some beautiful projects. This we are gonna make, I just think is so stinking cute. It is a recipe card folio, and I used from Country Craft Creations. I had picked this up. This is the Home Baker 6x6 pad. You do not have to have a 6x6 pad to make this, so just know that. You can use any paper you'd like, but I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough with you, kind of go over some of the things that I did for this, and then we'll have a quick tutorial at the end of this walkthrough. But the folio measures 4.5 by 6 1/4 because the recipe cards that came with this collection are 4 by 6. So I had to, I started off doing like a 4.5 by 6, and that just was too small. If you had index recipe cards, like little index cards, you could do a 4.5 by 6 and not waste, any paper. Not that I wasted paper, but you always can resize a lot of these projects. But it looks like this here. So cute. I did ink the cardstock as well as the edge on the outside. I just felt it needed a little something. I use Artisan Kraft from Country Craft Creations, and I use Altenew Espresso ink. All of this should be in my supply list of what I used. Again, you don't have to use any of that. You could do whatever you like on any of these projects. I did go a little crazy matting as usual, so mine's a little chunky. So if you don't do that kind of matting, then you're good. But because my book is 6 1/4 wide, and the paper I used was only 6 inches, I matted with, what is this, Aqua Tint. My color's Aqua Tint, and then Natural Linen Artisan Cardstock here. And I cut the Natural Linen, what did I cut that to? Let's see, this is, oh no, this is 6 1/2. Excuse me. This is 4.5 by 6 1/2. Yes, ooh, glad we caught that. 4.5 by 6 1/2. Hopefully I didn't mess up on my measurements that we're going to be making the tutorial with. We'll soon find out. But I cut the natural, the width of it, to 6 1/4, and then 6 1/8 for the Aqua Tint, and then the paper was 6. So just in case you're wanting to make it just like I am with the matting part. And so it opens up like this. It kind of looks like a wallet folio. It's just a little different. And you do want to, whatever you put on the front, not necessarily up here, but if you put stuff down here, you want to be somewhat flat. I had to have some flowers on there. I had to do it. So these were the Prima flowers. I cut the stamen, and then the little cut part, I inked it with my metallic pen, my gold metallic pen. And then I just had some scraps, and I just punched out some leaves. This is from the ephemera pack here. And it opens down. It's going to be hard for me to get this all in the screen. So let me see if I can raise it just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Sorry, shaking camera. Okay, so move the glue out of the way a little bit. So you have this here. You have, this is our accordion pocket for recipe cards. Now, again, mine's a little chunky, my whole thing. It still fits nicely, but I put 2 recipe cards in each pocket. You don't have to do that. I think on, I'm gonna make another one when I do the tutorial, and I'll share that one with you guys too in another video. But I think I'm gonna do like a recipe card and then a photo mat to put a picture on it if you wanted to. We'll see how that works out. But all of these just have, I mean, these recipe cards are so pretty. So pretty. But there's 5 pockets. And that was really because I used, what did I say? I think it was 3 12 by 12 sheets of Kraft Artisan. And I didn't want to cut into another. I almost did. And I'm glad I didn't, because once I laid this down, did my crazy matting, and put in all the recipe cards, it was already like, let me just show you guys. A little chunky monkey. So you could see my magnet still holds, but if I go to add more stuff in here, it's going to be a little struggle. But let me just show you. We're getting to the good part, the little magic part. Okay, so this is just so cute. Oh my gosh, this collection is so cute. And did I say Happy New Year's? Happy New Year's. Oh my gosh. But see the little cookies? Okay. Now I created a little, I don't know if you guys can you see that? A little easel. That's why I did not decorate inside here. I did with the cream just because you see it. I wanted to kind of mimic the little strips that I have there. But otherwise, I did not do anything else because it was getting too thick and chunky. I have a magnet here and a magnet here. So it locks closed. And then a magnet here and one here, and locks closed like that. But there's still, you guys, if you watched me, I like to have a little pop-up when I do anything with recipes. So we have this, which is right here, so stinking cute. Now I did fussy cut these flowers out. I don't even know from where. Might have been a die cut, and I just cut it in half. I remember cutting it in half and then trimmed off the white. So I think it was like an ephemera, like die cut piece. But we still have our little pop-up. And I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see. I only glued my little flowers just right here, so I can slide my recipe card in. And then I could do. That's me cooking. Don't you just even pushing buttons, ordering my food? But you could have a little pop-up. I just think for anything recipe, like where, you know, do they have to pull the card out and put it on the counter? No, you want like a little easel. So I just thought that was so cool to be able to have that like so. And then you could just put it back. But it's just nice and easy. This is like, I mean, one of the easiest projects. I'm just saying. It's still, it doesn't have to be for recipe cards. It could be for just putting your photos in. Oh, excuse me. Got those yawns coming again. Putting the photos in, putting A2 size cards do work in here. I measured because someone else had asked me if that would work. And you know, just use it as like a folio. I mean, it's cute. You still could have the little pop-up here if you want, or not, and just keep folding out. So totally up to you. But we are going to go ahead and start our tutorial. So get all your supplies. You will need your trimmer, of course, to cut your paper, a scoreboard, as well as your adhesive, scoring tools, scissors, etc. But this is just how easy it comes together. Okay, so we're going to go through all the pieces first. So, and let's just score as we're going. Okay, so you are going to need a piece for the folio. So this is folio base A. And it is 12 by 6.5. Yay, I got it right. And We'll come back and score it because I know you guys like it when I just go through everything. We're going to score at 3, 3.5, 8, 8.5, but we'll do that in just a minute. Okay, then the next piece, it's so easy. So, from the cutoffs of this 12 by 12, I then took this piece here, and that is Folio Base B, 5.5 by 6.5, because we aren't wasting paper. No waste here. Okay, and then you will need, still save this piece. I keep dropping everything. So you are going to need 5 of these that are 12. So 12, no. See, I knew there was something wrong. 12 by 4. Why did I do that? Isn't this by 4? Yeah, by 4. Weirdo. See, I'm thinking the 6 1/4 score line. So ignore that. Gotta do it on here. Gotta get my pen going. I left the cap off, but it's by 4 inches. It's gonna come in just a second. It just needs some help. Boop, boop. Okay, that was messy. Totally messy. So 12 by 4. We need 5 of them. 12 by 4. So you can get 4 from one sheet. Hey, stuff is a falling. Falling. Okay. And I don't know. You guys, this just like totally told me 5, 12 by 4. I might need to like just start this video over because your girl has lost it. Okay, and then next is going to be 5 pieces. These are, I'm calling them our accordion extenders that are 1.5 by 3.5 because this won't be big enough to make the pocket. So just so you could see, and we'll do that right now just real quick. We are going to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch with the 1.5 across the top. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, just like so. And you're going to do that 5 times. 5 times. Let's just back up. We'll do our pockets. So with the 12 across, we're going to score at 6 1/4. Oh my goodness, 6 1/4. Rotate to the 4 across the top in 1/2 inch. And on that smaller part, I marked X's because we're just going to cut that. Again, I can't see. There we go. We're going to cut this rectangle out. So we'll do that together. But the base, we have, so with the 12 again going across, and my 12 is a little bit longer. That's okay. We're going with it. We're going to score at 3, 3.5, 8, 8.5. Now, if you want your folio to be bigger because you want more pockets in there, just make these gussets bigger, but leave the first one to be 3. So we have a 1/2 inch gusset. Say you want it 3/4 of an inch, then still do 4.5 from the 3 3/4. So then that would take you to 8 1/4, you know, and start again through if you wanted 3/4. So you can extend this. You just want to keep this measurement 3, this one 4.5, and then this one is 3.5. But we have an extender that you can use. And there it was excess on here if you guys remember. So it was like this. Was it like, oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to for that. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to. But you could get out another piece of paper if you wanted to extend yours longer. Or if you really want to, let me know in the comments and I will help you if you want your measurement to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and then last we're going to do Folio Base B. We're going to score at 1/2 inch with the 5.5 across the top. And then 3 1/4 inches. can't wait to hear about what fun things you guys have planned for 2025. My plan, as always, is redoing my craft room, which I did really good last year until the collapse of my window leak getting fixed, which turned into water damage, all these crazy things. So, yeah, that just derailed me. And then, yep. So we're going to try again this year. No shame. Just going for it. Okay, so let's start with our bases. We're going to fold on all the lines and burnish the crease. Hopefully everyone had a nice holiday, even if you don't celebrate. At least maybe you got, not at least, but hopefully you got some time off, because not everybody gets time off, especially if you're in retail. So just fold all these lines and give it a nice burnish. And I put lotion on before the video, and you guys know you might see some greasy fingers on this black artisan cardstock. Okay, so right now that is the shell of our little, that thing. What is this called? Folio. Ooh, my goodness. I'm going to miter these. Am I going to? Yes. Let me just see if I want to miter these. I gotta look to see if I did do it on this one. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So let's miter these corners. I had to just look to see, did I press record? That has happened to me before, and that is not a good thing. Not a good thing. Okay, so now we're going to fold on these. Like so. And we'll fold this one. Even if they're going like the wrong way, once we get things attached, it's okay. We can fold it back a different direction. Okay. So, how do we want this on now? We're going to put it on like that. Yes, we are. So I'm going to flip mine because this is the inside. I'm going to flip it so I can see what I'm doing. So it could be like this, and you can use your scoreboard as a guide, or we could just do what Tiffany normally does and put the bend up to the top and then just make sure they're together. So I'm going to use my Art Glitter Glue. And we're just going to attach this. Maybe 2025 will be me not being so messy with glue. You guys think that could actually happen? I don't think so. And I like to just kind of smooth out the top corners to make sure I have a good fit. And there's no loose little corners that will bend open later. So just making sure, don't want to give myself a paper cut, just make sure that you are nice and flush with the other side. Okay, at the same time, okay, we are straight. Again, another little burnish. Okay, so this is the base right now, like this. It's hard to see. There we go. This is our little easel that would pop up. Now, even if you fold this, like if you have a smaller section, whatever, you're fine, just as long as you have enough that could, you know, again, okay, I can't see if you guys can see that. You just want to be able to hit the bottom here. And if it hits like naturally right there, that's where you're going to put your little piece of ephemera and pop it up as a stopper. But let's first do our little accordion pockets. So I have 4 of them done already. We're going to do one together. And we're going to cut the small rectangle out and cut it to the left of the hump or valley, whichever side you have flipped on. And I like to do a little extra, and I'll show you why in just a second. So you could do like a little 1/16 of an inch more. Come in, let's cut this little section out. You might have to trim a little bit once you go to fold things up. But this part does not have to be perfect because they do all get glued together. But what you want to make sure, the reason why we're taking a little sliver extra off is it cannot impede on this score line here. And see how right there, can you guys see that? Mine is impeding. This will not fold over nicely. And if you try it and it doesn't fold over nicely, then you know that you did not trim off enough for it to fold. I think we'll be good. So we're gonna give it a go. Let me fold it without anything on the other side. Like that. Okay, first I'm going to come in and trim off a little bit more. There we go. Yep, and that fits nice, okay? But we're not gluing anything down yet because we have our little extender here. Now, I just like to do one side. These score lines really are just a guide for me to know kind of placement and where to glue. That's all it is. So fold on the one we just mitered. Add some glue to it. I probably should have did a little dry fit first, but it's okay. We will soon find out. Okay, now this is going to the longer side. We're going to attach it to the longer side, and again, do not go too close to this hump right here, or the score line. And you still can fold over nice. Yep. Good. I'd rather, if you had to, trim some off of the top. Am I still in there? Versus being too far down into the score line. So this is just a little extension that we're doing. Now we have this matched up. I'm going to put glue on, can you guys see? Right here. Gosh, I can't see. I have shadows coming all over the place. Goodness gracious. But on this top section. And you can miter this if you want to. I did both when I was doing my prototype. It doesn't matter. So again, to make this just a nice quick project, if you wanted to bust out a lot of them, they'd make a great gift. Just pressing that down a little bit. So I do see a little overhang up top. So I'm going to trim that up. So let's first just make sure, yep, we fit good. So now let's close up our bottom. That did not sound good. Okay, we'll keep it moving. And we're going to close this little flap. Does that sound better? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Fold over. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a lot. A lot of glue. Which is okay. You want it to be pushed out to have a really good seal. I just try not to have so much glue. But, you know, maybe 2025, not counting today, I will use things to wipe it off versus my bone folder and my fingers. But I just kind of do that. So I could see a little overhang, so we're just going to take that off. Easy peasy. Now you can come in and do like thumb, you know, notches if you want to. To me, that's a little harder when you're going to mat. And I'm just saying to do that on all of them is a lot. What I love about this project is you do not have to mat all of these pockets. I'm telling you, you could use scraps on this. This is a great scrap buster, but also just a fast project. Now I'm going to keep this on the front because I want to cover that up. So magically, I have 5 of them here. And we're going to glue them together, then we'll put them inside. So first, let's start with this one. And I don't do any measuring. I don't know if we're supposed to, but again, I'm just going. So I just kind of eyeball the middle. Just add my adhesive. You could do score tape if you want to. What I think is most important is that the tops are lined up as much as possible. I mean, I really want the top and bottom because I'm just crazy. And I like things to be really straight and tidy. But, and just kind of look at it again. Make sure you didn't shift. That moved a little bit. And just burnish it together. Let that glue, if you used wet adhesive, set up. If you use score tape, you're good to go. So we're going to do that with all the pieces. I learned how to do accordion pockets like this from Tamra. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so easy. I thought it was way harder than that. It's a long, it might have been on a New Year's Eve crop, or maybe it was the winter one, winter retreat a few years ago. But it's so easy to make an accordion pocket. Okay, we're going to just keep going. If you have ideas on what you think this would be fun to use for like a project, or if you make it, share the pictures for sure, but pop it in the comments below so everyone can see. I just think it's so fun reading comments and everyone's different ideas. It's so cool. And you could use a clothespin or a clip to just make sure this is all secure, but it will set up here in a second. And if it doesn't, just add a little more glue. I do have to add some things, so I will be doing this, like I said, in another collection. It's a CCC collection that I had recipe cards for. So I will be doing that, but I'm gonna have to show you guys some of the matting here because I gotta stick this on top of, and it needs to be matted before I can stick this on top. I mean, it doesn't have to be. You can get away with not doing the matting I'm about to show you. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. So sorry. It is coming together. I can see it drying. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me get a clip. I'm just going to clip those together for a minute and just set those aside. And then we need to mat this side, but make sure you're going the right direction. Now, I did have some things ready to go. So on the inside, because you don't see most of it, I just did my mats, like my solids, versus at putting a pattern in there and wasting it. I don't like wasting paper. So we're going to do the same here. Let me just do a dry fit to make sure I even did this correctly. Okay. We're good to go. Now on this one, when I get it finished, it will have a larger mat because I'm not using a 6x6 pad. I'm using an 8x8 pad. So I have white. Did you guys just hear my stomach? That was so loud. And then the red. I think on this one, I'm not going to do the triple matting like I did all the way through on the other one. We're going to do just the white for the most part and see the difference once it's complete. Okay, I think we're good to go here. If not, too bad. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. You don't have to. You can glue this all the way down if you want to, but I'm just going to do the exact same thing and have the whole thing be an accordion. I do want to make sure, since this is the back that's going to get pulled a lot, that there is a lot on there. And I'm going to line it up with my red down here at the bottom, so you won't see any of the red. Plus, it's just kind of nice to have as a guide. You'll still see the white, which is okay, because one, that gives us some extra wiggle room there. Okay, hold on, because I'm going to flip this over and give it a good burnish. There we go. So that will set up here in just a second. But you guys see, well, I did have, you know, 4 of the pockets together already. But I promise you, it is really simple to make. And we're going to leave it straight. Now, I probably would round like the corners, but I already did some matting there. I glued some things together, I think. So I don't think I'll be able to do that on this one. But what did I just do with my... I just had it in my hand. It's hiding from me under the recipe cards. Okay. Here we go. And this collection, I just went blank. Hold on, let me get the name. I can't find the name. Maybe I didn't have it with me. Well, it will be linked. I want to say like Jenn, yep, I'm just totally don't remember the name. But it does come with different recipe cards. And I will round the corners on these, because when you have like the pointed corners, when you're pulling things in and out, eventually over time they will get bent. So we will round the corners, and then they are blank on the back, which is fun. So I'm going to set these over here. But I do want to go ahead and do this. Let's see if I have that cut. Yes, I do. Okay, so you have to glue this down first, because you are going to need a magnet. Oh, I don't know if I cut for the back, but that's okay. Am I in frame? Probably not. And just center that. So I can't remember what I said, but for matting, again on the first one, the natural, oh, I can already hear some glue drying in there. The natural was 6 1/4 wide, versus this white here is 6 3/8 wide. This measurement is 3 1/2, so then this is 3 3/8, because I do 1/8 of an inch shorter. So hold on, let's get our little magnet. Here's another one. Let's see, we need a... And I did use 2 sets of magnets? I think I used 2. Ooh, this must be from a different set, because those 2 do not want to go together. I'm going to try another 2. And let's do the set first. So anywhere I did a magnet, I put my solid mat down first, then I did my magnets, then I put my decorative paper on top. But for right now, because again, I don't think I cut that. No, I cut the other side. So we're just gonna put it on kind of in the middle. I do, yeah. You just don't want it to be up too high because you need to be able to put like a little ephemera sticker or something to be your stopper. And you don't want that covering up your magnet. And you don't even have to have, again, glues everywhere. You don't have to have a magnet here. You guys know I just like the clinkety clink. So I know it's pure torture killing me, but I had to have this teal. It was so pretty. Like so. And call it good. So you'll do the same measurements for what we're doing here. And again, the teal is just 1/8 of an inch shorter than the white. So the white was 3 3/8 by 6 3/8. So then the teal is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. And you have to say it like that, quarter. Okay, so you have that. Might as well. I have this. Let's just stick this down. And once you get like the paper on, it does weigh down. That's what I'm saying. You don't always need a magnet. It's just fun to have it sometimes. Like this back part right here, the little berries on it. It's very pretty. So a lot of her collections, like even though this is a Christmas collection, the B sides are very pretty, and most of them can be used for other things. Just putting that on. Okay, and take these off now. I have something I want to put there. So we'll do that. Can't wait to see, especially if you guys use papers from your stash, how the product, I just love it when you use different papers. Projects look so different, even though they're the same tutorial, when you use different papers, or maybe one's embellished with flat elements and another is three-dimensional. You know, it just makes the projects look so different. Okay, don't forget to keep your direction, if your paper is directional, going up and down this way versus side to side or upside down. Okay, yay. Now we could do up here because we need another magnet. That is going to be these two, but not that way. Okay. I think I had it as dots. Yes, I had it as dots. You could have all of this action if you want. Well, you guys can't even see all the Oh the goodness, but I'm gonna flip it over because I wanted the dots, the polka dots, but we're gonna do the white first, then do a magnet if I remember. But I need to do a mat on the other side that we're gonna stick a magnet on. So sometimes it's easier. I've done it a lot where I've gone through, if I know I'm matting with one color, I will go through mat my whole book first, or whole project, whatever it is. So I would go through mat all the white first, then come back in and do my designer papers. I have a lot of Snap Crackle Pop on this one. I must not be getting enough glue out because it's drying way too fast. Okay, so set this aside. We're gonna do this one, which I have ready with, because the front I'm doing, of course, the triple matting. So it's the white with the red, and then I will put another pattern paper on top of this after we do the magnets. Okay, let's get this one into place. I'm having a hard time seeing that. Just have to flip it. There we go. That is better. I really like to make sure the edges are burnished down nicely. So there's no lifting. Still got some glue coming from my fingers. Okay, so now let's get another set. Oh, do I have one open? Yes, I do. I don't have to open another one. Nope, I don't want those. Those are my different ones. So yes, we are opening this one. Just like so. Tiffany makes messes. Okay, clink, clink. I don't necessarily want mine right there. I just like to find out where the other one is and what, if it's the plus or the negative, so there's no friction if I do the opposite. I don't want to do the opposite one, because then you get not friction but resistance. It'll still work, but I try not to. Okay, so now to get this somewhat square, I do like to darn it, I don't want to do that yet, and I don't have my lifter up here with me. I'm gonna stab myself. Okay, it wasn't like it was a bad fit, but I just want to try to get a little bit more square than that. Is that good enough? You'll know. See, it's pulling it and I don't like it. Stop pulling. Okay, we're flat. Go, 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 go. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of red. A lot of red happening here. What side? I'm gonna do this side. And I did ink my edges with this in black soot. Don't have to ink if you don't like to, but sometimes I do. Just know it does take more time if you ink. Okay, so on, again, the top, we're going to do like the triple matting, but I'm just doing the pieces where the magnets are so you guys can see, and then I'll come back through with the walkthrough. But you can do yours, you know, your matting or no matting. If you want just decorative paper, then you're just going to do the one measurement on here. But like, for example, this is 3 by 6.5. total base. So then the white is 2 7/8 by 6 3/8, and then the designer pattern paper is 2 3/4 by 6 1/4, and that's for both sides as well. I mean, a good thing is you just do these two sides are the same, these two sides are the same, these two sides are the same, then these two, if you choose to do any in here, would be the same, and these two would be the same. So it's just 2 2 2 all the way through. Did you guys hear that? And clink clink. Okay, and I do have, I'm just gonna put the cover on because I have that. I still have to come back and do the rest of the matting here. You guys have all measurements, I believe, except maybe the little pocket, which I'll give you that in a second if we didn't do that. You can do ribbon closure, so do that before you do this if that's what you want. I just, you know, when I'm thinking of like booking when I'm thinking of booking cooking, I don't necessarily want strings and ribbon all over the counter, so I try to somewhat keep like recipe albums and stuff somewhat clean, to keep them clean. Okay, again, just making sure those edges are down really good. Okay, so there's that. Opens up like so. I'll add some strips here. This piece, I know we did this one, but this is, I want to say like 2 3/4. Yeah, so it's 2 3/4 by 6 1/4. Your mat would be 2 5/8 by 6 and nope, not. This is 2 3/4 by 6 1/2. Why do I keep saying 6 1/4? So then your mat piece or pattern, whichever your first piece, is gonna be 2 5/8 by 6 3/8. Then your next piece would be 2 1/2 by 6 1/4. Then if you did it again, like on my other one, it would be 2 3/8 by 6. So you just keep going down 1/8 of an inch. And this one here is 2 1/4. So it would be, I can't even think, 2 1/8 by 6 3/8. You know, first mat, and then you just keep going down. But, I mean, there you go. Look, you guys, how easy is this? So fun. Just comes together. There's still room in here. It's not a ton. I mean, I still like it. You also could do just 4 pockets if you want to. But there's still like room to grow. You know, we need to finish matting, but I will do a walkthrough of this once I get this one complete. But remember, if you put anything down here, oh, let me just show you guys. I don't know if I could show it, but if you put anything, oopsie, down here like I did, like this little rhinestone does pop it up. It's not flat. It does not lay flat. So let me see if I can show you. At least, no, it's going to drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. Okay. So when you go to put this part down, this is the side that you would want flat. It doesn't totally lay flat. It doesn't mess with my easel though. So, you know, up to you, but just don't make it chunky. Like my first gut, I wanted to just go flowers all out because I just love this collection, but I can't. This one, I have like it on the top, so I think I'm gonna decorate the top a little more. Oh, I didn't show you guys. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, we need a little something. What are we gonna do? Does anybody know? Let me see what I have. I did not think this through. We have official tasters. Happy holidays. Let me see the other one. The full sheet. If there's something I want on there, because it will probably show through. Let me see where I put it. Right there. I think we're going to do this one. I'm just going to fussy cut this out. I know it's going to give everyone a heart attack, and yes, I do fussy cut with big old scissors. Okay. And you could mat this, obviously, but I'm not going to. I might give it a little brush with the, you know, black ink real quick. Whatever's left on my sponge. Okay, and we need, just gonna do this. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. Okay, let me get my spongy and we need some foam tape. Where is my foam tape? I just saw it. Okay, where did it go? I had it. Yes, I did. Oh, it's right in front of my face all the time. It does not matter. I'm almost out of this. Not really, but this was gigantic. I need to get more of this from Country Craft Creations. Okay, so and the reason why I like this, because this is thin. It is thin, thin, thin. So I just want a little lift. It doesn't have to be much. Just a little bit. And again, I'm going to measure. I'm going to feel for that magnet. And that's just the one thing I don't want to like cover up and have bulk over. Now I could be anal and count my stripes, but I'm not going to on this one. We're good. So that is on there. Still has the clink clink. Now we can close this up. But there you guys go. I hope that you enjoyed this quick tutorial for Country Craft Creations New Year's Eve crop. If you are new to the group, there are all the past projects are in this Facebook group. If you have not joined the Facebook group and you're catching this from YouTube, you're going to want to hop over and join Country Craft Creations Scrapworkers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook. And then you can find the New Year's Eve crop and join that as well and get lots and lots of fun ideas. And remember, they could all be done in different papers, all of them. Like, look, these two are the same, look totally different. One's in a black base, one's in a craft base. One is, you know, shabby chicy. One is, you know, a little vintagey Christmas. But just having some fun with it. I mean, Valentine's Day, all of the good things. Okay, there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you had fun doing the New Year's Eve crop by Country Craft Creations. And be sure, please, 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 check out all the designers. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps support our channels. Thanks for watching. Bye.